Good morning, children. In the last class, we all had read about the location of the southern plateaus and about the Malwa Plateau. Now, today, children, in this class, we will learn about Chota Nagpur Plateau and the Deccan Plateau. So, let us first read about the Chota Nagpur Plateau. So, the other plateau in the central highlands is the Chota Nagpur Plateau. It is in the northeast region. It includes much of Jharkhand and parts of Odisha, West Bengal, Bihar, and Chhattisgarh. This area is rich in minerals like coal, iron, manganese, and mica. So, children, as you all know, in the previous class, we have already learned that Central Highland is made up of two plateaus. It is made up of Malwa Plateau, about which we have already studied, and the Chota Nagpur Plateau, about which we are studying now. Now, children, the Chota Nagpur Plateau is located in the northeast part of India. So, in the northeast part of India, Chota Nagpur Plateau lies. And children, the states of Jharkhand, some parts of Odisha, West Bengal, Bihar, and Chhattisgarh all lie on the Chota Nagpur Plateau. And lastly, children, plateaus are very rich in minerals. So, Chota Nagpur Plateau is also very rich in minerals like coal, iron, manganese, mica. So, all these minerals are found here in this area. Now, next, children, let us study about the Deccan Plateau. So, the Deccan Plateau is the largest part of the southern plateau. The Deccan Plateau lies across the Satpura Mountains. It is located in the south of Narmada. It is bound by the western and eastern Ghats. There are a number of rivers in the area. Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri are amongst them. The Godavari originates at Brahmagiri mountain of the Western Ghats in Maharashtra. It is considered as one of the most sacred rivers of India. The Kaveri is regarded as the Dakshin Ganga in Karnataka. Now, children, the Deccan Plateau is the largest part of the southern plateau. So, this is the biggest part of the southern plateau. Malwa Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau. Both these plateaus are small, but the Deccan Plateau is the largest part of the southern plateau. And it lies across the Satpura Mountains and it is located to the south of river Narmada. So, children, let us first see. So, children, over here in the map of India, you will see that just below river Narmada, I have made a curved line with purple color. So, this purple color, children, is the Satpura Mountains. So, this is the Satpura Mountains. So, the Deccan Plateau lie across the Satpura Mountains and it lies to the south of Narmada. You can clearly see, children, here Narmada is there, river Narmada. So, just below river Narmada, you have the Deccan Plateau. And children, it is bound by the western and eastern Ghats. So, on the west side, you can see Western Ghat is written, and on the east side, you can see, children, Eastern Ghat is written. And in previous video, I had explained the Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats, they are a mountain range. So, Western Ghats are on the west side of India and Eastern Ghats are on the east side of India. So, this is the location of the Deccan Plateau. Now, children, then in Deccan Plateau, many rivers like River Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri are flowing. And children, the Godavari River originates or it starts at Brahmagiri mountain in the Western Ghat and it is in Maharashtra. So, Godavari originates from which mountain? It originates from Brahmagiri in the western Ghats in Maharashtra. And children, this river is considered as a sacred river or a holy river in India. And lastly, children, Kaveri is regarded or it is called as the Dakshin Ganga in Karnataka. So, people of Karnataka call river Kaveri as Dakshin Ganga also. Now, next, children, Godavari, Mahanadi, Krishna, and Kaveri flow from west to east and fall into Bay of Bengal. Do you know the reason why rivers flow from west to east? The reason is that the Deccan Plateau slopes from west to east. Since these rivers are not fed by melting snow, they often dry up during summer. Now, children, all these rivers, Godavari, Mahanadi, Krishna, and Kaveri, these rivers flow from west to east direction. So, they flow from which direction? West to east direction. And ultimately, children, they flow into Bay of Bengal. Now, children, why do these rivers flow from west to east direction? It is because the Deccan Plateau slopes from west to east. So since this plateau is sloping, it is little bit sloping from west to east. That is why children, all these rivers like Godavari, Mahanadi, Krishna and Kaveri, they flow finally into Bay of Bengal. And children, also very important, all these rivers which are mentioned above, like river Godavari, Mahanadi, Krishna, and Kaveri, these are seasonal rivers, children. These are seasonal rivers. They are not fed or they are not formed by melting of snow. That is why, children, they get dried up during the summer season. These rivers are rain fed. Rain fed means during rainfall, these rivers will get filled up with water, but as soon as the summer season arrives, these rivers get dried up. So these are not perennial rivers. These are not perennial, these are seasonal rivers. Now, children, these rivers are rain fed, so they cause floods during the rainy season. The land in the Deccan Plateau is uneven and therefore the rivers form a number of waterfalls. So, children, like we studied just now, that all these rivers are rain fed. Whenever the rainfall occurs, these rivers will get dried up. Now, sometimes, children, due to heavy rainfall, so sometimes due to heavy rainfall, what happens? These rivers cause flood. So, due to excessive water, these rivers get flooded, and children, the land in the Deccan Plateau, since it is uneven, it is not plain, it is uneven, that is why the rivers form many waterfalls in this area. So, since the land is not plain, that is why the rivers have formed many waterfalls in this area. Now, children, the Jog Falls on the river Sharavati in Karnataka is the highest waterfall in India. Many dams have been built across the rivers. The Mettur Dam on the Kaveri is the largest irrigation project in South India. Other famous dams are Nagarjuna Sagar Dam on the river Krishna and the Hirakud Dam on river Mahanadi. The stored water is used for irrigation and to produce electricity. Now, there are rich deposits of minerals like iron, gold, and mica in the Deccan Plateau. The Kolar gold mines and the Huti gold mines in Karnataka are the two famous gold mines of India. Now, children, which is the highest waterfall in India? The answer is Jog Falls. So the Jog Falls, which is on river Sharavati in Karnataka, is the highest waterfall in India. And children, many dams are built across these rivers, like the Mettur Dam is built on river Kaveri, and it is a very big project in South India. And children, it is built for irrigation purposes, for irrigating the field. Now, some other famous dams are also mentioned over here, like the Nagarjuna Sagar Dam. It is built on river Krishna. Hirakud Dam is built on river Mahanadi, and the water which is stored here is used for both the things. It is used for irrigating the fields also and to generate electricity also. And lastly, children, just like Chota Nagpur Plateau, in Deccan Plateau also, children, there are many types of minerals like iron, gold, and mica. So, iron, gold, and mica are found in the Deccan Plateau. And children, the Kolar gold mines and the Huti gold mines in Karnataka are the two very famous gold mines of India. Means here gold is taken out from the surface of the earth. Now children, over here, as you can read, the Kolar gold mines was closed in 2001 due to low production. So since the this gold mine was not able to produce a lot of gold, so due to low production, the Kolar gold mines was closed in 2001. Now children, let us solve this true and false. So number 1, the rivers flowing through the southern plateaus are rain fed. So children, this is true. Rivers flowing through the southern plateaus are rain fed. Now, second, the slope of the Deccan Plateau is from west to east. Yes, children, this is also true. The slope of Deccan Plateau is from west to east. Now, third, Jog Falls are in Tamil Nadu. Children, this is false. Jog Fall is in Karnataka. Then, fourth, the Deccan Plateau has rich deposits of minerals like iron, gold, and mica. So, this is true. And lastly, the central highland include Malwa Plateau and the Chota Nagpur Plateau. Children, this is also true. Now, children, one thing I have missed. Let us just read it quickly. Now, over here, Narmada and Tapi are two rivers in the Deccan Plateau that flow into Arabian Sea. So, children, in the Deccan Plateau, there are two rivers which flow into Arabian Sea. They are Narmada and Tapi. Other rivers, children, like Godavari, Mahanadi, Krishna, and Kaveri, they flow into Bay of Bengal, but Narmada and Tapi, they flow into Arabian Sea. Okay, children. So with this, we have come to an end of today's video. So please, children, revise the portion which is taught thoroughly, and I will see you in the next class. Thank you, children.